Oh, boys and girls, we very nearly had a repeat of yesterday's incident this morning. He went all night. If you don't know what yesterday's incident is, by the way, you should go back and watch yesterday's vlog. But long story short, he refused to go to school yesterday. And we thought it was going to happen again this morning. He got up fine, as normal. None of his stuff, other than the secret DS that he discovered yesterday when he hoodwinked us. But he didn't even bring that down for breakfast. He just came down for breakfast as normal, seemed completely fine, but went back upstairs. And where he'd normally go back upstairs and then go on his phone or his iPad for an hour or so and then get ready for school, obviously because he didn't have those, today he went back upstairs and went back to sleep.
Teenagers.
So it got to 8:45 when we normally get him ready and out of the house, and Anna went in, he was asleep, woke him up, and immediately his response was, no school, no devices, no school, eyes shut. So at that point we thought, oh, joy. We told him, well, we actually took the DS off him, told him that he wasn't going to get that back as well. That would go in the box with the other stuff that he couldn't have, reminded him that he wouldn't be getting any of his other devices. Yeah, we had to take a bag full of DSs out of his room that he'd secreted away.
No, it was just when we moved, that's why they went, and they never came out because he didn't want them.
We were telling him that he wouldn't get to go to any of the places that he wants to go to, Wicksteed Park, Nottingham, that kind of thing. And then he just, he was adamant he wasn't going to go, so we left him to it, went into our room, and at that point, the genius play began. Big brain time. We left his door open. That was in his school bag. It's a teapot. I don't know why.
Aww.
I assume he made it. But yeah, we left his bedroom door open and our bedroom door open, and then had a loud conversation for him to hear. And why can you not sit down?
My feet really hurt. My little toe.
I'm having
really
an angle down like that. People think you've got even shorter.
No, that toe that hides really hurts.
The toe that hides, apparently.
Oh, look at it!
I'm trying to tell a story! Goodness me! But yeah, we then had a very loud conversation about how we wouldn't be going anywhere in the summer if he didn't go back to school, so there would be nothing all summer, no Nottingham, no London, no Wicksteed Park, no Drayton Manor, no devices all summer. Talking about how, he's getting a TV on his birthday, but he can just unwrap it and we'll take it straight off him because he's not having anything. And then after a few minutes of us talking about the miserable summer he was going to have if he didn't go back to school, he appeared in the doorway, need a poo. And then, so he went and had a poo, and then it came out, teeth! Okay, you go and do your teeth, and...
No, he brushed his own teeth.
Yeah, but he told you he was doing it.
Yeah,
he came
but
out and said
normally
teeth.
I have to set the whole scene up of teeth cleaning.
Which is weird, because he always brushed his own teeth when you were at work, and it was just me and him, he'd always do his own teeth. But yeah, he ended up getting himself ready, and off to school. We were about 5 minutes late. So we got there and it was completely deserted, whereas normally there's loads of people there to greet him and get him in, but he did get there eventually. He's not particularly happy about it, I don't think, but he's got his phone back. We gave him that back in the car, and fingers crossed now he's back in for the week. It's a habit for the week again. It's just, we've got to figure out how to get over these Mondays, because if it happens again next Monday, like I was saying yesterday, if it happens again next Monday, that's them 3 Mondays in a row, and then we're into the summer holidays. So he's then got like a 2 and a bit month stretch of not going to school on Mondays, and it's then embedded, and it becomes a real battle next year, and it's going to be a double battle next year, because next year he's going to be going on the school bus rather than us taking him. So it's going to be, we're less in control of making him go. We've just got to get him out of the house. So he's gone. Like I say, he's not very happy about it, but he's gone, which means you can stream today.
Not until I've had a phone call.
Yeah, we're waiting for a phone call from the nurse to do Andy's annual review. I'm not sure this is a specific Andy thing. I think this might just be a general thing they're doing, because every time they ring, they ask to speak to Andy, and we keep telling him, well, you can't. He won't understand. So we had to do a thing, was it yesterday?
No, it was last week.
Last week they phoned up and said, well, we need his permission to talk to you about him. So Anna had to go in there on the phone and say, Andy, can I talk to the nurse about you? He's like, yeah! He doesn't know what he's saying, but apparently that was enough for them.
Because
so
he said no, I'll move to talk to him.
Yeah, I think this is just, I don't know if there is just a standard 16, 17-year-old annual checkup, and it's not a specific thing because of his special needs or what, but they don't seem to understand his situation at all. So we're waiting for them to call again. They called while we were in the car, and we were like, well, we can't do it, we're taking him to school now. And they didn't seem to understand that. I don't think they understand why we're taking a nearly 17-year-old to school, because they're not paying attention. So I think that's going to be a quick call, and then we can get on with the rest of our day, and it's going to be delightful. Back to streaming. Yeah, I'm back to streaming today as well. We'll both be streaming today. How very exciting.
Just have to wait for the call.
Yes. Well, we had Andy's phone call. It was one of those phone calls you get from time to time where they have no idea who he is, and you're having to explain everything for the first time. My favourite bit of the call was when they tried to give us a to-do list of all the things we needed to get done. Take him to the optician, take him to the dentist, get his COVID jab, give him blood tests, get him a physical exam, and I just bounced it all straight back to them and explained point by point why we needed specialists for each and every one of those things. The idea of just taking him to a high street optician and expecting anything to happen is ridiculous, but obviously they don't know him yet. They don't know us yet. Now they do. I introduced myself, so it'll be interesting to see how things develop from there. The COVID jab thing is a real problem because the school have already said that they can't do it there. She's just said they're not doing COVID jabs at the health centre either.
Oh, we were told to go there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've already contacted them about going there as well, and we've already told everyone, we've told the social worker and the health centre previously that just taking Andy to the drive-through place isn't going to work. So they're going to go away and try and come up with a plan for how they can get him a COVID jab and maybe try and do some blood tests at the same time. I explained there needs to be a gang of people in the room to hold him down if you're going to go at him with needles, because
Been fun.
Yeah, the idea of, I mean, the last time he had a blood test, he was half the size he is now, and it took 3 of us to hold him down then, and blood still went all over the floor and ceiling. So for it to happen when he's now twice the size and much more violent, I genuinely think he might need sedating, but I have no idea how you sedate someone without using a needle. Is that even a thing you can do? So I've left that with them and explained that we would love him to go to the dentist and the optician and all these places as well, but for it to happen, it needs to be an autism specialist one. And again, there's going to need to be multiple people involved. Just taking him to a dentist and expecting him to cooperate if they don't know what they're doing, it's not going to happen. And as for a physical exam, again, there needs to be multiple people in the room because he won't want it. He will push people away, and he's now big enough and old enough that if he shoves a doctor away from them as they're trying to physically examine him, the wrong doctor who has the wrong attitude towards it, and we've met some of these doctors over the years, the wrong doctor could be like, well, that's assault. Because we've had doctors refuse to deal with him.
With genuine concerns.
So yeah, we've bounced their entire to-do list back to them, and they've left the call with a bigger to-do list than they started with. So they're now aware of how phone calls with me work. Boys and girls, I've got something exciting to show you. This is for a charity live stream that I'm doing on Twitch on Thursday night. So tomorrow night for you, 7 p.m, twitch.tv/lollujo. I'm doing a charity stream for War Child, and they have sent me a little something to give away on the stream. It's a limited edition FMFC shirt. The shirt is for part of the what do they call it? Hold on, I've got to find out what they called it. One moment. It's part of the Wear It for War Child. I knew there was a thing. It's part of the Wear It for War Child campaign that they're doing in association with Football Manager, War Child and TikTok. And it's a shirt in a fancy box. You might remember that earlier in the year I got a purple version of this for the launch of FMFC at the start of FM21. Well, this is the away shirt that goes with that home shirt. I've actually bought myself one of these as well, which should be here soon, but this is the one they've sent me to give away on the charity live stream I'm doing for them. So, and that's just a little card, but you get the welcome to the club, and inside it is a very cool, only 500 of these have been made. It's a very cool limited edition FMFC away shirt, War Child, with the TikTok thing on the sleeves as well. And it's awesome. And the only way to win that is to be in my live stream tomorrow night, twitch.tv/lollujo from 7 p.m. It's all in aid of raising money for War Child. And what's more, if you've got no interest in a War Child Football Manager t-shirt,
but you quite like the look of this shirt that's behind me, you want a Born Town or a Born USA away shirt, which is not available to purchase anywhere anymore. I'm also going to be giving one of those to whoever makes the largest donation over the course of the 3-hour live stream. The donation page is in the description to this video if you want to get a head start on trying to get yourself the Born shirt, or just be in the stream on Thursday night to be in with a chance of winning the War Child shirt. They're both cool, and let's raise loads of money for charity. We're good at raising money for charity. Let's raise a load.
Tell you what, folks, having the shenanigans yesterday with not being able to get Andy to school really does start to throw the week off, because although he has gone back to school today, me and Anna have been playing catch up a lot. So she did her stream today rather than yesterday, which meant I got a little bit behind on my work because I mod in her streams, so I tend to lurk around a lot for them rather than focusing on making my videos. So I streamed today as well, so I'm now sat here at 10:15. I've not yet edited this video. I've not done any of the in-betweeny bits on today's Football Manager videos, so although I've made videos today and got them edited and uploaded and ready to go, I'm like 4 hours probably away from being able to record tomorrow's video, so I need to get a chunk of that done tonight whilst editing you. I've just had a reminder from Anna that the Tesco shopping order needs doing as well, so I'm frantically throwing stuff into the Tesco shopping basket so we can pick that up in the morning at the supermarket. And I've just had another message saying Andy's now playing up at bedtime. So he's so ready for the summer holidays. I think we all are at this point, really ready for the summer holidays. This time next week, they will be here. And I will only be doing half the amount of work I'm doing now, because during the summer holidays, I only do one Football Manager video a day. So the work pressure drops off a little bit and there will be no constant battles with him. So we're all counting down the days now, 5 more days at school. And then, fingers crossed, things start to get a little bit more relaxed and settled down here for a little while. We hope.